to
Robot Jones. Robot Jones.
That was definitely the best really cool video.
Yeah, it was so like Cube Wars.
That's amazing! Today on That's Amazing, Yogi Kustogi attempts to set a new world record by stuffing himself into this tiny glass box. But first, there's a new video game craze sweeping the nation. Dot Man! Mike Kupanek is the self-declared world's best Dot Man player. But we've got 5 challengers that are ready to go head-to-head. The Dot Man World Championship! Next on... That's Amazing!
Humans are strange. They enjoy competing to see who is better. Isn't that silly, dear?
Ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous.
After all, I am exactly as efficient as any other JUN-77. And you, dear, are essentially interchangeable with any other KC-213 unit.
Mom unit. Am I interchangeable?
Oh, no, little robot. You are an experimental prototype, and therefore unique. However, you can help us collect more data on competition. Engage in competition with the humans and present us with your final analysis.
So, Robot, what do you want to do today?
I want to compete.
At what?
Hey, check out what that kid's got.
Wow, what is that? Look at that.
Behold, I give you the Wonder Cube. Whoa! In its original state, every side is one solid color, but a few quick turns, and it's totally jumbled up.
No!
Oh, please make it right again. Aha, and that is the Wonder Cube's challenge to you. Oh, wow, this is so much fun!
Wonder Cube! Wonder Cube! Wonder Cube!
What do you make of it, Robot?
The solution is simple.
Oh, yeah? Well, why don't you solve it then?
No, my assignment is to study human competition. I will not waste my time on this simple toy, nor I think will anyone else.
Hey, I solved the side. I solved the side.
Pickle crackers, flap, chopping, frugalers, and
Hot boys, cool cubes.
So, Cubie, how fast can you solve it?
Mitch, for me it's really not about speed. I'm more of a precision cuber.
Bah, only a stupid human would play with such a pathetic gadget. Oops, bite my tongue.
Oh, crud. Here, you're a robot. You do it.
Okay, Shannon, I will solve it. For you, anything. It is solved.
That's amazing. Hey, everybody. The robot just solved the cube in how long?
4.0495.
4 seconds!
That's the best time ever!
Yeah!
Well done! You must be the fastest Wonder Cuber in the world!
Hello, class. Well, what's that you're playing with there, kid?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Aw, please, Mr. Mick. Don't take our cubes away. We just got them.
Oh, I don't want your cubes, kids, 'cause I've already got one.
Oh.
Plus, I've got some amazing news. This Friday is a competition to find the fastest cuber in the school. And the winner goes on to the World Championship, broadcast live on That's Amazing.
That's amazing! Hey, here's your chance to compete, Robot.
Well, how convenient. Here's the excellent opportunity to study human competition. And to further impress Shannon, I will do it.
Time!
1 minute, 42 seconds.
Sasquatch!
Well, at least you're the second fastest.
I don't want to be the second fastest. I want to win.
Ew, eat a breath mint. Come on. There's There's no way you can beat Robot in the competition. He's too fast.
Tell me something I don't know, brother.
Well, there's one way.
You mean
Precisely.
cheating?
Wonder Cube. Millions of permutations. Yet, in a finite sequence of turns, a solution may be found. But swap 2 stickers, and a cube is created that can never be solved, even by Robot Jones.
My brother. Can you even know how much I love you at this precise moment? Now, here's what we'll do. Tomorrow at the competition, there's going to be a subtle little substitution.
All right, it's down to the final 4 cubers. Can we have the cubes, please?
Hey, look at me! I'm doing things! Crazy jumping up and down! Look, look, look! Keep looking! Crazy, crazy! Watch me jumping!
Oh, Denny, you're funny.
Okay, first one to solve the cube wins the competition. Ready? Go!
Go, Robot!
There. I am done. Oh, wait a minute.
What? Did he solve it or not? What's going on?
False alarm. Continue cubing, and contestants will kindly refrain from speaking until they are sure they've solved their cube.
But it should be.
You can do it, Robot! Keep trying! Oh, Robot! Looks like my cube is almost completed. So much for your precious Cube Club. Today, the honor will be ours!
Can solve cube.
They say cheaters never win.
Seeing my mother placing a massive platter with a silver lid on the table. Crawling its way from the kitchen, the aroma was enticing and irresistible. My father and I couldn't wait to dig in. However, as soon as my mother lifted the silver lid, our jaws dropped, and my father stood in horror at the sight of something that was definitely... And just like that, Toby went from an adorable, traumatized dinner that would leave me forever.
I know you're lying! Where's Eddie? Oh, come on! Don't you want some delicious turkey? No! Shut up! Tell me where Eddie is! I really thought you were smart. I can't believe you haven't figured it out yet. Isn't it obvious? Eddie is right here! Charles lifted the dome off the platter, and on it was a turkey with Eddie's head. It was severed and sewn on top of a turkey, and it was moving. Wings, legs, and all. Even Eddie's face was smiling with ghastly wide open eyes.
Happy Thanksgiving. Ha 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 ha.
No! Shut up! Tell me where Eddie...
I thought of being more creative this year, so bon appetit!
Okay, let's go. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Alright, cool.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
Uh-huh. Fine, until you dork showed up.
That's cool.
Cool. All right, that does it.
I'm getting out of here. So not cool.
This is not cool.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Alright then, I'll see you crazy girls later.
Robot Electro Jones, look at this mess.
Start explaining. I was attempting to study parties.
Wait, you are really gonna hurt yourself!
Unacceptable. I'm unable to wear glasses or pocket protectors.
That robot is so not cool anymore.
Unfortunately, I wanted to apologize. But how could you think it was me, Shannon? Using my friends for personal gain? I'm not put together that way. If not for my problem with rusting, I would wash my hands of the whole mess.
Apparently you've already done that, Robot Jones.
Huh?
Look! Is there no level to which you won't stoop?
Another hit, Robot!
Expel Robot Jones! Expel Robot Jones!
Now tell me why we don't like Robot Jones?
He made my homework soggy.
He ruined my hairdo.
He's okay by me.
When, out of nowhere, two masked and hooded men jumped out at me. Before I could do anything, they charged at me and wrestled me to the ground. Then one of them held me down while the other tried to pry the phone out of my hands. I screamed for help, but there was no one around. I kept wailing for help as the two men got my phone and both ran away to a nearby getaway car. The next thing I knew, they were driving away with my phone. I was incredibly shaken up and immediately ran home to tell my parents. They called the police and made a report, but the police told them that there wasn't much they could do. There was sadly no surveillance footage in the area, and I couldn't give a very good description of the men since they were masked and hooded. I was completely devastated that I had lost my new iPhone. It didn't help that my parents were kind of hard on me. They didn't even buy me a new phone because they were afraid that I would get robbed again. I was pretty depressed about it. I felt like an outcast at school since everyone else had phones and they were always texting each other. A few days later, I told my two friends what had happened. They couldn't believe the situation either. That's when one of them suggested that we use the Find My iPhone feature to track the phone down. I was kind of skeptical and didn't think that we'd actually be able to find it, but I figured it was worth a shot. So, my friend pulled up the information on another device, and to my surprise, he was actually able to track down the phone. I couldn't believe it. It wasn't even far away either. The three of us walked to the location and found that the coordinates led to a house in a neighborhood close by. At first, I figured we should just call the cops and let them handle it, but they didn't even seem like they had cared about the situation before. We decided that we would come back to the house later that night and handle the situation ourselves. I wanted revenge, and we knew that we were the only ones who could get it. We went through a few different scenarios of what we could do. Finally, we decided on a plan. We would mask up and set the house on fire. We were all a little hesitant and scared, but we agreed that we had to do it. So, later that night, I waited for my parents to fall asleep. Then I snuck out of the house while wearing a mask and hood. I then met my friends at the nearby park. Then the three of us started walking toward the house with our supplies. We had all brought gasoline and other products to make sure that the house would burn. We didn't talk to each other much as we walked towards the house. We were all too nervous. We all knew that what we were doing was something dangerous, but it felt good to take matters into our own hands. When we got to the house, we got even more quiet. We slowly snuck towards it and began pouring the gasoline. Once we were done, there was only one thing left to do. Instantly, the house burst into flames. We all ran away as fast as we could before anyone could spot us. Then we each headed to our separate houses. When I got home, I snuck inside and went to my bedroom. My parents were still asleep. They had no idea what I had just done. I climbed into bed and tried to sleep it off, but my heart wouldn't stop pounding, and my anxiety was too high. I heard sirens drive by a few minutes later. I tried to ignore them and just focus on falling asleep. By the time the morning came, I was still awake. I had just laid in bed all night, scared that someone was going to come knocking at the door, but no one ever came. We had gotten away with it. I got out of bed and started getting ready for school like any other day. Then I checked the news. There was footage of the fire on TV. Apparently the house had burned down almost completely, killing a family of 5 that was inside. I went to school after that and saw my friends there. We all acted like nothing happened. None of us said a word about the night before. We just tried to put it behind us. But every night since, I couldn't fall asleep. I couldn't stop thinking about the footage of the fire that I had seen on TV and the family that had been inside. Months later, my friends and I were arrested for starting the fire. The cops had found security footage of us outside the house, and they were able to get the IP addresses of anyone that had searched the home's address on Google. We were all charged with arson and murder and sentenced to prison. What made it all the worse was that I found out that it wasn't even the people that robbed me. We had tracked down the iPhone to the wrong location. As I went through everything